Why did Daenerys hate being called Stormborn?
Um, I it probably isn't your answer, but I have a really dark joke, and I'm not gonna say it.
Because every time it rained, people asked if it was her fault. Hello and welcome to Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 2, Stormborn. You can watch the full-length reaction on Patreon. There is other links in the description. Last time we had Dragonstone.
Yes, we did. Well, I've seen it before, so not much of note.
Ed Sheeran was in
but
it.
no, it was a very mixed bag of an episode. Yeah, it's not a great start to the season, but it's not the worst opening episode the show has had.
Yeah, that would be the Red Woman.
Yeah, from last season. Yeah, that was pretty shockingly awful.
I rated Dragonstone lower than you because I feel like it has pretty major world-building issues that ripple throughout the entire show.
Who cares about world building? Who really cares about that? You know, as people say, people like plots more than they like characters. So
Mainly to do with the Dragonstone Airbnb free parking winner-take-all castle at the end. The non-blood-born terrorist usurper is on the throne without any protest. I found it so funny how Jaime questioned Euron's legitimacy on the throne when literally Cersei is sitting right there. Also, bloody Sansa, bloody arguing with Jon in public in front of all the Northmen.
yeah, no, right on the table of their whole meeting, and it wasn't. Oh, it's really, really frustrating because if you're going to do that, I have no problem with her having a argument with Jon, but you don't fucking do it in front of other people to make him seem weak. Like that's like the worst idea you can do. What normally happens is that you have a shot of her looking disapprovingly, and then you would cut to the scene after when they're talking in private. But no, you had to do it. You had to do it in front of everybody, which is just really smart. But the show tells me that she's really smart, so.
Bloody Arya not only wears Walder Frey's face, but seemingly wears his whole body, and then escapes without being caught by guards.
They thought he was slouching. All right, they thought he was slouching, and he was sitting down. All right.
Bran tells Ed the most difficult to believe things, and Ed just nods and goes, "All right, come through the wall."
Mm-hmm.
How woke, allowing wildlings to come through. Yeah.
On our sacred ground.
Sam cleans up chamber pot shit, sneaks into the restricted section and gets a naughty book about Dragonglass. Mm-hmm. Somehow forgets the conversation he had with Stannis until he reads it again.
Oh, shit. It just was on his mind.
Ebro says a good speech, but doesn't wear his maester chain. That's pretty funny. Something that because I watched Gladys's piss take video yesterday. Something he pointed out that was really funny was the fact that the Ed Sheeran scene and the Hound scene both take place in the Riverlands, but the Ed Sheeran scene is in a grassy forest, and the Hound scene is in the Arctic snow. Yet they're in the same part of the world. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and they've said many times that winter is coming, and winter is here.
Yeah, so you'd think the Ed Sheeran scene would be a bit colder.
It didn't really seem cold. It was probably cold, but it wasn't cold. Yeah.
That's strange.
Chilly.
Guess they didn't want to put the star in snow, did they?
I guess so. Well, you need to be able to see his face.
Yeah, you could still see his face if it was snowing. You could just do it in the day. Yeah, but the best scene was with the Hound, Beric, and Thoros of Myr, definitely. That was the redeeming quality.
Quite easily.
Yeah. When I look into the fire, I see Eastwatch by the sea. Not a good start.
No, not really. No.
But your anticipations for Stormborn?
Well, from here on out, I don't know what happens with the rest of the season, really. I know all the setup in episode 1. Well, I say that. I only remembered 3 scenes, so... But yeah, it is. I think I'm expecting it to be more bullshit as we go. I'm assuming this will be a very Danny / Dragonstone heavy episode because they were only in the last scene. So it makes sense for them to probably open this episode or relatively be a big part of it. So that's what I'm sort of expecting.
Yeah, we get more like the Discovery Channel version of Dragonstone that Stannis never gave us.
And here's the thing, because this is a shorter season, I'm expecting the pacing to be way off as well. Because they gotta get things going.
There's a lot of plot to get through. One thing I will say though is that in season 6 they killed off a lot of characters.
Sure, they did do that, of course, yeah.
But in terms of plotting, there's quite a bit to get through.
There is a lot to get through, and whether you can do that in 7 episodes, I don't know.
And
having just watched a season with 7 episodes, that is insanely rushed. That was cut off halfway.
Another thing, that'd be Squid Game, right? Season 2?
Yep, it's just the exact same thing. I would, because you said that this season and next season are sort of, if you were to combine them, it would still make a season of television, and that's sort of the same with Squid Game.
Sort of like part 1, part 2.
It's not even a season as it is. It's literally just a part 1, but the branding is a different season.
Though, that being said, the episode length is longer in Game of Thrones season 7 and 8.
It's nearly an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, the episodes are longer than usual, so there is that.
Yeah, so it's an extra, 10 minutes normally, 8 minutes around about.
Yeah, and the finale of this season, I don't think it's a spoiler to say, it's one of the longest episodes in the show.
So it's probably an hour and 10 minutes?
It's an hour and 20.
Oh, fucking hell. That's nearly a whole movie.
Yeah, it's really long.
That's nearly a feature length.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. Anyway.
I got that to look forward to.
I suppose so. Right, are you ready for Stormborn?
Sure. I guess I am. Oh, it's already dark. I can hardly fucking see.
He'd have invaded King's Landing already.
Conquering Westeros would be easy for you. But you're not here to be Queen of the Ashes.
Season 7, guys. We're very close.
It's only it's not even that long away. It's 8 episodes away. Or 10.
Robert was an improvement on your father, to be sure. There have been few rulers in history as cruel as the Mad King.
Why are we having this conversation now?
Mm-hmm.
Not in Meereen.
Yeah, but we're doing setup for next season, Connor. That's what this is.
Your little birds. Did they tell you Viserys was cruel, stupid, and weak?
Very weird time to do this, yeah.
Who sent word to Essos to murder Daenerys Targaryen?
Grace,
why are we doing this
I did
now?
what had to be done.
To keep yourself alive.
Lord Varys has proven himself a loyal servant.
Proven himself loyal, quite the opposite. If he dislikes one...
This is so stupid. Why now? Why would you do this now? He's in your, new castle, and he's a part of your whole army. It's what are you doing? Why would you bring him along this much if you would question his loyalty? This feels like a really bad time to do this.
Why would Varys join her cause if he thought this was a risk?
But if you let me live, I will serve you well. I will dedicate myself to seeing you on the Iron Throne because I choose you. Because I know that people have no better...
Mary Sue! Yep, they cut out the entire storyline why Varys is doing what he does to do this instead. With Dany. Even though he wanted her dead!
If you ever betray me, I'll burn you alive.
Set up. That's
Don't stick around, you stupid spider.
Awesome. Yeah, you've just been threatened. You've just been you're under threat now.
Yeah, the Master of Whisperers is being fucking dumb.
Yeah, but oh, fuck off. I don't want you here right now.
Why couldn't this have been Kinvara from last season?
That'd be cool.
She once served another who wanted the Iron Throne. It didn't end well for Stannis Baratheon, did it?
Yeah, but she's okay because she's the woman.
We've just decided to pardon those who once served the wrong king.
Why are we still doing this? Shut up.
Doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it?
No, but I like it better.
Fucking Tyrion.
Woke.
Tyrion is so cringe.
As does another. The king in the north, Jon Snow.
Oh, so it
Jon
begins.
Snow. There you go.
I can't speak to prophecies or visions in the flames, but I like Jon Snow and I trusted him. And I am an excellent judge of character.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. You're really not, actually.
Literally, Shay.
If your
Shay
last
existed.
Couple seasons. If your last couple seasons are anything to go by, that's definitely not
No,
true.
no. Don't even have to do that. Just go by Shay. His ex.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
Terrible. Terrible judge of character.
Tell Jon Snow that his queen invites him to come to Dragonstone.
Not good wording. He won't like that. He definitely won't do that. Well, I say he won't do that. I know he eventually becomes an ultra simp. So, he at least won't right now.
All dwarves are bastards in their father's eyes. What does that mean?
That's a good callback. That's actually a good callback. That's actually smart.
Whether we can end her tyranny.
Sounds like a charmer.
Ah, yep. He literally murdered your son?
Yeah.
A bit less charming.
Yeah, you'd be aware that he was there at the time of Blackwater.
He absolutely knows it. He absolutely knows what happened.
Dragons. Oh god, it's Jeff.
Dothraki heathens who will burn your village.
Get a girlfriend, Jeff.
Rape and if we hope to stop her.
Yeah, but you murdered innocents.
We are currently at work on a solution, my lord.
I have concepts
That's
of a plan.
great.
I have concepts of a plan.
We are actively making plans.
See, that's the Rishi Sunak. I'm talking about the Donald Trump one. I have concepts of a plan.
They might not have come if you hadn't. If my queen summons me, I answer the call. And I've heard what she does to those who defy her.
Do you fight with us? Or with foreign savages and eunuchs?
Break your oath for racism.
You should have your armor moved untouched.
Ugh.
Your mind? 6 months. Maybe fewer.
Jesus, you effectively will be dead.
Wonder if it's got his dick yet.
Great thought, Connor.
Moment. There's no need. I've been dead to them for years.
Well, your father is actually dead.
Seen these since Robert had them removed from the throne room.
Curious that King Robert did not have them destroyed.
They were his trophies.
They're priceless artifacts.
The dragons. The dragon bones and scales. I'ma fuck you next to the dead dragons.
Valerion the Dread.
Ah, yeah, another season 1 reference.
Ouch.
I mean, you could have used a fake skull. You could have built one.
Have an army, a fleet.
Oh, they've arrived.
We should. The city will fall within a day.
If we turn the dragons loose, tens of thousands will die in the firestorms.
It's called. I don't have the stomach for it. Scurry back into hiding.
I know how you wage war. We don't.
Oh, why are you here, you bitch?
She was a Lannister. There are no innocent Lannisters. My
Fuck
greatest
off.
regret is that Oberyn died fighting for you.
That's enough.
Yeah, remember that, season 4, the good part of season 4.
I am not here to be Queen of the Ashes.
But if someone rings a bell next to me, then maybe that would be a bit more questionable.
But you have chosen to follow me. I will not attack King's Landing. We will not attack King's Landing.
Then how do you mean to take the Iron Throne?
This is hilarious.
Yeah.
This plan is very convoluted. This plan, I mean.
Castle Rock.
Remember
Castle Rock, the thing that Tyrion wanted, but Tywin didn't give him to it? Remember that great scene?
So they have to go all the way around to the other side of the island because it's on the west side, not the east side.
Mm-hmm.
Which means they have to sail east, south, west, north, and then east again. Absolutely miles. Unless, of course, they go on land.
Thank you.
Well, that was easy.
Lady Lena, may I speak with you? And we will bring peace back to Westeros.
Peace. Do you think that's what we have?
You brought peace to the galaxy.
He's a clever man, your hand.
No.
I've known a great many clever
Not anymore.
No. You're a dragon. Be a dragon.
Be a dragon. Every time a Targaryen is born, the Lord flip a coin. Sex scene, sex scene, sex scene, sex scene, sex scene, sex scene, sex scene.
They saw each other naked in season 4.
That's true. But he can't have sex. But he can do stuff to her, though. Yeah, I knew it.
Breasts!
I am a... I can sense a sex scene. Where I can have a sex scene sensor. This scene is going longer than I thought it would.
Yep.
It's gone for quite a while now. Thankfully, it's not as egregious as Caitlyn and Vi.
Yeah, true. This is porn. This is basically just
I mean,
porn.
at this point, it's a sex scene, so there you go.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Hope they enjoyed it. Anyway.
Anyway, books.
Anyway, nerds.
Virgins.
You don't like the title? What would you call it then?
Possibly something a bit more poetic.
A Song of Ice and Fire.
Mm-hmm. Is this where you got your Christmas present?
Yes. Well, I didn't get it.
Oh? Yes. Shall I tell you how he died?
Grayscale.
Oh, what a good transition.
There's been a lot of those kind of transitions so far.
Yeah. Who's writing this?
Khaleesi.
Okay.
Well, who says Khaleesi?
Well, it just depends on who was writing it. Because if it wasn't him, then it would be very strange to write that.
Khaleesi, I have failed. I will chop my head off very soon, Khaleesi.
He's like, this is my last Reddit post. Say, press F to pay respects.
Drink it all, please. I'm afraid this is going to hurt.
That's pretty funny.
Fun fact, Pylos was the Maester on Dragonstone in the books, but they removed him from the show, and they gave all his lines to either Shireen Baratheon or Mathor Seaworth.
Oh.
He was the one after Crescent got killed by Melisandre.
This is like when you burn yourself and you have to peel off all the burnt skin after a while.
This is much worse than that, Callum.
Just a tad, yeah.
It's like his skin's turning to stone.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to remove the entire upper layer of infected tissue, then apply a medicinal ointment to the...
Shut up, nerd.
Just do it. This would, yeah, this wouldn't be fun.
Medieval surgery.
Yeah.
Should probably wear a mask, Sam.
Oh, the pus. Ugh. That is disgusting. Fucking hell. That is disgusting. Fuck. That's so gross. That is so gross.
Dragons are bigger than eggs.
I knew the transition would be to a fucking chicken pie. I fucking knew it. I had a pie yesterday, so that makes me just feel nice.
That is evil, that transition.
Thankfully, it wasn't a chicken pie, it was a steak pie. Oh my god!
He's absolutely massive!
Well, it's all the bread he's been making. Oh god, now I fancy another pie.
Yeah, I think she was a knight because she had armor on. She was looking for your sister, but...
Ah, yeah, more references.
She found me.
Oh yeah, she did, yeah, I forgot, yeah. That scene was so great.
Jon Snow came down from Castle Black with a Wilding army and won the Battle of the Bastards. He's king of the North now.
Yeah, you'd think you would hear about that by now. Just in passing.
But I heard about the Sept of Baelor.
Yeah.
I guess you heard about the Sept of Baelor from the Lannister soldiers.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, exactly. But, like, surely someone would mention, oh, man, fucking the Bolton's dying like that. Quite surprising. Weird how Ramsay killed his dad, but oh well.
Try not to get killed.
Oh, I won't. I'm like you, Harry.
This scene was really weird. She acted very strangely as to what she normally acts like.
They were trying to make her like the Hound. I think that's the idea.
Yeah. It feels... But it doesn't feel like we've had that since she left the Hound.
Well, the problem is we have those 2 seasons in Bravos where she's so fucking strange.
Yeah. This feels like the first scene when they're like, oh yeah, Arya's actually had a lot of change and she's very, you know, she's even more tomboy now than she was before. Oh my god, they're playing the Stark theme again in the same place. That's when they first left Pie. Maybe it's just a location. Maybe the location is very, you know, infused with Stark energy. As opposed to Hot Pie.
This was sent to me by Samwell Tarly. He was my brother at the Night's Watch. A man I trust as much as anyone in this world. He's discovered proof that Dragonstone sits on a mountain...
Why didn't he mention this in Season 5 when Stannis told him?
It was sent to me by Tyrion Lannister.
Oh, what?
3 dragons.
Oh, fucking hell. Except, what the fuck are you doing? We need more dragonglass.
We need allies.
We need more allies and more dragonglass.
But more importantly, we need allies.
So that line delivery was so perfect for that. We need more allies.
We called your brother king, and then he rode south and lost his kingdom.
Winter is here.
But he's but he's not robbed though, is he?
Needs the king in the north in the north.
Oh.
Well, he eventually has to go and fucking fight. That's a stupid thing to say.
I never wanted it.
I don't want it. I never wanted it.
Until I return, the north is yours.
Bit of a conflict of interest, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Littlefinger's like, how very convenient.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a good cut. That's a very good cut.
Presented them to Lady Catelyn as a gesture of goodwill from Tyrion Lannister.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
A lifetime ago.
Yeah, it does. Bloody hell, it does.
You also caused his sister to be raped.
Mm-hmm.
Not even thank you. If it weren't for me, you'd have been slaughtered on that battlefield. You have many enemies, my king, but I swear to you, I'm not one of them.
It wasn't for Sansa being an idiot.
Sansa, as I loved her mother.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that, little finger? You're so dumb. You're so dumb. Also, another season 1 reference.
My sister. And I'll kill you myself.
Cringe. It's just like that scene where he said, you will be meeting Catelyn in the brothel, and Ned chokes him.
Mm-hmm.
But this scene was not that at all. Well, Davos has had absolutely nothing to say this whole time.
He never has anything to say. His arc is done.
Right, so by the time Jon comes back, Littlefinger has to leave, right? Surely.
Yeah,
has
he's
to
just been a
go.
threat to him.
Yeah.
Whereas both him and Varys have to leave.
I mean, he already should have left anyway, but there's just
Oh,
more
yeah.
reasons. There's more reasons for him not to be there.
More. Ah, wolves. Oh, well, you're fucked. There's like 8 of them. Oh dear. Fucking hell. That is a massive dog.
Nymeria?
Oh my god.
Another season 1 reference.
Well, this is a season 1 cameo.
Mm.
Come with me.
Fuck you.
No.
This is weird because at the end of season 6, she said, I'm not no one, I'm Arya Stark. But this scene makes it seem like she isn't Arya Stark because Nymeria doesn't recognize her.
Yeah, well, it's... I get what the idea is, but I think the execution of last season really hinders it.
Yeah. So it kind of makes the scene pointless because it doesn't thematically work.
Yeah, that's not that should have been the end of season 6 because that scene, if her arc is that she's changed and like all that trauma has affected her in her life, then yeah, that scene actually is really powerful.
You can have Cersei. I want the mountain.
Fuck off.
Mama. Maybe I'll kill you both before we take King's Landing, and then I won't have to share.
I don't care why we cut to this.
Oh.
I really hope that you'll get killed, like now.
We reach Sunspear, I'll treat you to a Dornish red. The best in the world.
Woke!
Boy, a girl. Depends on the port.
I don't fucking care if they shag. I really don't. No.
I thought it wasn't for you.
You'll get to look at women.
Whatever my queen commands.
You'll be my advisor. My protector.
By the way, I don't have a cock.
Why are you standing all the way over there then? Far
Because that's my sister.
Seems like you don't need it.
Why are you doing a shrug?
This is such
Why are you doing comedic shrug? This is a
stupid
what a weird
show.
scene.
Stupid show.
What a weird scene.
Just a stupid show.
I feel like it would actually be funny if she tried to shag him. I feel like that'd be way more funny.
Now, we can't have 2 sex scenes, we can only have 1.
Yeah. Oh my god. I wonder who it is.
Euron.
Oh, thanks for telling me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was pretty obvious.
Thanks, Yara. I definitely didn't guess that.
God, it's so dark. Oh my god, please stop. Well, I wasn't expecting a fight this episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, it's a mess.
Ah, love the editing. It's so fun. Quick cuts mean it's a good fight. I hope Dornish woman and the daughters all get killed in this scene. That would actually make the scene pretty good. Yes, please kill her. Oh. Oh dear. Well, don't just stand there. This isn't Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh my god, it's my favorite characters in the show having a fight.
I really hope they get killed here. Surely this is where they die, right?
The Sand Snakes and Euron, what a great combination.
Oh yeah. Please, 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 kill her, kill her, kill her. Kill her.
Oh, based.
Yes! Yes! Let's go! Connor, I don't know what you're on about. Euron's a great character.
Yep. Yep. That's how they get you.
Yes, please. Kill her too. It is weird how Euron managed to kill them and Jaime couldn't. Whoa!
Give your uncle a kiss.
Oh, don't starve.
Jesus
Please don't.
Christ.
Do not talk.
Oh, I hate him so much.
The best thing he's done is kill the cringe snakes.
I will say though, Euron is so bad that he's hilarious.
Yeah, it is kind of like, it is so comedic. Oh wow, right, how are you not dead?
I hate the way this is edited, it's so awful.
Yeah, it's really awful. Oh god. Oh god.
Reek trauma.
Oh wow, I didn't actually expect him to be a coward.
Fucking hell, Euron.
His fucking laugh. Oh.
So
well, at least we saw a dead body.
Here's the thing I don't understand. He's jumped into water without a boat. Why don't they just capture him now? Why don't they just
they could. That's really stupid.
They just fish him out.
Gone.
It's not like he's dead. It's not like he's gonna like jet ski away. They just
this is not a sad scene. This is a very good happy scene. Please tell me the other two are dead as well.
Just go and capture him. He's right there.
Yeah. No, but he's a cockless coward, Connor. We don't need him.
Does Euron just think he's going to drown and die?
It is weird. This is a really weird place for his arc.
Capture him. He's worth a lot. He's a Greyjoy.
No, but he jumped in the water. He jumped in the water and now he's gone. Fucking
bad
hell.
show.
That was a really frustrating episode because it feels like every scene could have had a really good purpose almost, but it was devolved in just awful dialogue, poor character choices, and just poor characters in general. It's an episode that I feel like could have actually been pretty okay, but almost every scene is divulged in just awful dialogue. And it's all topped off with a pretty awful fight scene that is just completely out of nowhere. But the fight itself is just so... It is so unserious. It is not even, like, funny. Just everything about it. It was just like almost every 5 seconds there was a very funny scene from it. The good part about it is that 2 of the daughters were brutally murdered, and it was really funny.
The thing is, though, as based as it is that he killed 2 of the Sand Snakes, Euron is terrible. He's such a bad character.
Oh yeah, come give your uncle a kiss.
God.
Come on, you godless coward. He is just a really cringy pirate, really.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
It's really sad because Euron in the books is so lovely. Well, not lovely. He's not pleasant, but he's a great character. But you know, now that you have those books, you get to enjoy that at some point.
Yeah, I'll eventually get to see a good Euron, maybe. Let's hope so.
Oh, yeah. They're not even...
Yeah, but
they're
in this,
so different.
he is... Yeah. Realistically, he actually probably should have been killed by them, but he managed to kill 2 of the daughters. When I don't think he really should have been able to.
Obara and Nymeria Sand.
Like, he fought them 2-on-1, really, and beat them both. Which makes him like one of the best fighters in the show.
Also, I just want to mention something. Theon's an archer. He's not a swordsman. So the fact that he was able to survive that fight with the sword, the only reason he was able to survive is because the camera barely showed what he was doing.
I don't know why the girl who has the whip was looking away for a minute when it was a 2-on-1 fight. For some reason, just completely turns her back and continues fighting someone else while her sister is getting brutally murdered. I don't know what happened. Editing can do wonderful, wonderful things.
Yeah.
And I guess they're keeping the mother and the other daughter, I guess, and not killing them because we didn't see them die on screen.
Yeah,
I don't really know why.
If you remember in the previous episode, Euron said he would get a gift for Cersei. The problem I have with that is that how would Euron know about what happened to Marcella?
I guess I guess it was known. I guess it must have been like known, right?
Well, how would he know about it?
Because
how would he know about it?
What I'm assuming from that is that it was spread. The word of mouth spread, but
I guess so.
That's my guess, because she died on a boat that came from Dawn.
Public knowledge that she was poisoned by Ilaria Sand.
Yeah, well, she came from Dawn, and died. So put 2 and 2 together. Yeah. But I'm surprised they didn't kill all 3 daughters and let them just bring them her to Cersei. I'm surprised they've kept one alive, and it's the one that tried to.
He had to have guessed previous last episode, because he mentions the gift before he goes there. Unless, of course, he's just going to make up the gift on the spot. But he would have had to have known that the Dornish were going to sail with the Ironborn. The problem I have with that is that Euron does not have a Whisperer. He does not have a Varys or a Littlefinger. So who's telling him this?
Yeah, that's the question.
So, it's quite contrived. They also have that scene where they tease Ilaria and Yara to have sex in front of Theon, which...
That seems to be a gag they've been doing a lot, and it's not really funny.
Yeah, it's not.
I think it would be way more funny if she was interested in him.
Yeah. Well, she did call him handsome, but it wasn't...
Because she's quite a dominant person, so, and he comes across as quite, submissive at this point in time. So,
what is it with this episode of knobless sex scenes?
Well, sex scenes around people with no knobs. It was a very recurring theme.
That fucking, oh my god, that hammock scene with the stand snakes was terrible. Jesus.
Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah, it was really cringe. I'm glad 2 of them died.
Remember when this used to be prestige television?
Yeah, I do remember that, yeah.
A long time ago. Back in a lot of the moments that were actually referenced in this episode, because this episode had a lot of references, especially to season 1.
But just to wrap up the boat fight, the fighting was really awful and the editing was really bad.
Yep, Euron stuck. The sand snakes were cringe.
There was quite a bit of plot. There was quite a bit of plot armor as well. Like, at one point, there's a fireball that goes right past both of them, and it's like, oh, how did you not get caught by that?
And also, another thing this episode had was weird muddling of character arc themes. So they had it with Theon, and they also had it with Arya as well. It was strange.
Just a bit, yeah. It was a bit strange.
Anyway,
like him, I would have. What I thought was going to happen is that he just surrenders. That's what I thought was happening. I didn't think he would jump into the water. That feels very strange right now.
You mentioned like the silliness of Pirates of the Caribbean, but I think Pirates of the Caribbean fights, at least in the first 3, are much better than this. This fight is so shite.
It's more in tone.
Well, Pirates of the Caribbean fights are fun. Like, they're actually enjoyable.
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
Yeah, like, they actually do fun things with the fights.
Also, who the fuck was the guy just standing underneath the fucking bridge that they had? Like, you didn't think to fucking move? You were sitting there goring at it for like 10 seconds. Fucking idiot. You deserve to die.
I hope I can like add a clip in here, but there's a level in the Incredibles game, not the new ones, but the first one from when the first film came out.
Yeah,
it's Apartment Inferno, and when you push over one of the wooden pillars in the house, you can squash an arsonist, and it reminded me of that.
Yeah, I remember that game.
But yeah, Euron comes down and cackles, and it's very cringe.
Yeah, he's a cringe pirate. That's what he is.
Theon jumps into Blackwater Bay, and no one captures him. I think that's probably one of the worst parts, because it's so strange how they just leave him there.
You can just go and get him. He's like right there.
He is very valuable loot.
Well, he's very valuable as a person.
Yeah.
You know, he's been with Daenerys. He can tell them their plans.
Even though he's cockless. Yeah, well, he's also he's part of a royal family. He's a valuable asset. So yeah, that was, again, another thing that makes Euron dumb. Compared to the last battle we had at Blackwater, especially.
Yeah. It just feels like this is how this scene all looks. Like, in terms of actual visuals, it looks, you know, very high quality. I feel like, though, that's what it's focusing on rather than the actual scene itself.
Well, that's ruined by the editing, though. The editing ruins the visuals.
You've got all, like, you know, the ashes that are, like, lit, like, all over the place to be like, oh, look how cool this all looks with all the, you know, the fire and the ashes all over the place. It's, oh, just look how cool it is. But I'm just distracted by, you know, Euron lifting up a dead body and just yelling.
Well, I think it's with the Ironborn. I think they just wanted to do like at least one sea battle in the show, and they decided to do this.
Yeah, because this is probably the last one, right? Maybe it's not. I don't know.
I don't count
at least one like this.
I mean, I don't count Blackwater as a sea battle in season 2 because that starts in the ocean and then it goes into the castle walls.
That's true. Yeah, just not very good.
I also don't count that shite that they did in Marine as a sea battle either, because that was not a battle. That was just Daenerys burning them. Yeah. So speaking of Daenerys, let's go to Dragonstone.
Oh yes, opening of the episode that I thought was going to happen. Yes.
Yeah. Varys. She interrogates Varys finally, even though she could have done it in Meereen.
Could have done it ages ago.
You know, at the end of season 6, after that, she could have done it in Meereen.
No. Once they actually get to Dragonstone and they actually get to Westeros, now you do it.
Well, the thing is, you could have. Fuck me. You could have fixed this if you didn't have him on the boat from Meereen at the end of the last episode of season 6, because he goes to Dawn before she gets back to Meereen, and he says fire and blood in the last episode. The problem is he goes all the way back to Meereen to get on the boat to come all the way to Dragonstone. Why did they not talk about it then? Fucking hell.
They didn't think to do it until now.
Yeah, not in Meereen, not on the boat, nothing. Not until they got there.
I guess not, no.
Also, the fact that Varys was, you know, they've now had the conversation that he was part of trying to assassinate her in season 1.
Yes, they did do that, yeah.
Yeah, and again, the intentions behind this originally is different because Varys is not supporting Daenerys in the source material, he's supporting someone else. But they cut that someone else, so now they just have him support her instead. So now you have to try and justify why he tried to kill her. And it's just like, what? Why? Ugh. Like, you say the only reason you're doing it is because of Robert's commands, but you are smarter than that. If it was just Robert's commands and you didn't want her dead, you'd find a way to stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like it was right in front of Robert's eyes. You could have found someone to die, like, get in the way.
You could have gotten some really awful assassin who fails miserably.
Yeah, or you could have gotten someone.
We tried our best.
Or you could have gotten someone to double cross the poisoner. And the only reason she doesn't die, remember, is because Jorah Mormont falls in love with her and sticks his neck out for her.
Yeah, thank God for love, eh?
Yeah, so it's got nothing to do with Varys. Therefore, it questions why he poisoned her in the first place and why he's changed his mind. It's very odd.
Yeah, because Dany's a great person, obviously.
Unless, of course, the motivation is he actually does want her dead the whole time. And therefore, why is he there? Why is he in the castle?
We'll have to wait till season 8.
Why is he in the castle where he is in harm's way? Why is the Master of Whisperers, why is the Spider putting so much risk on his neck? In the same way that his chessmate, Littlefinger, is at Winterfell when he's very clearly in danger, as we saw in this episode, when he got choked. Not a good episode for Littlefinger and Varys, is it?
No. They're both bumbling buffoons at the moment.
I thought all the references to the fact that that Daenerys doesn't want to be the Queen of the Ashes is hilarious.
Yeah. I am not here to be Queen of the Ashes.
The closer we get to season 8, the funnier these references are.
Oh yeah, considering how close it is, it's literally just next season.
Yeah.
But no, she went crazy.
We have a scene where the idea is that Dany is going to have a connection with a Red Priestess with prophecy.
Yeah.
It's not Quaithe, it's not Makoro, it's not Kinvara, it's Melisandre.
Yeah, because she's the only one we know that has a character, quote unquote, so we have to always bring her in.
Well, because, as I said, because Quaithe is in season 2 and we never see her again. Kinvara was in season 6 and we never see her again. Makoro's not even in the show, so they just have Melisandre be the person. Because she's now away from Winterfell.
Because she's the web woman. She's the web woman. And we must always say her.
So, and it seems like from her point of view, she's still on Jon's side, but she's just doing it anonymously.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very fun.
I wonder how Daenerys would feel if she found out that she burned a child.
Probably wouldn't be too fond with that.
Yeah, I wonder if that's public knowledge yet or not.
Probably not, no.
Or if the only people that know about it are Jon and Davos.
I'd imagine so.
Who knows?
Considering they all died.
Yeah.
And then Ramsay died.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Good doggy. Dear indeed.
Good doggy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they tell that, you know, you should get Jon on your side. He's very cool. And then they send the Raven to Jon.
Yeah. And remember how Dany dresses down Varys in front of the Red Woman as well? It's like, what? Sansa did this in the last episode to Jon. It's like, what are we doing? Just publicly insulting each other. This is not good PR.
Very strange.
Very bad public relations. There was a meeting with Ilaria Sand, Olenna Tyrell, and Yara Greyjoy as well in the Stannis sex scene room, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few good lines in there, but it's just, I feel like the Daenerys side of it just doesn't work. It's just so nothing.
Yeah, obviously, I'd agree.
I think it is in character for her to say that she ignores smart men. Although the problem is that we, as the show, know that Tyrion Lannister is no longer a smart man.
No.
Ever since season 4. Ever since season 4, he's been terrible.
Yes, with the letter that Jon receives, there is one part of it that I actually think is a really good detail. And it's the... let me just get the line, because I want to get it right, because there's actually a really good reference. All dwarves are bastards in their father's eyes, which is a really good reference to the first episode of the show.
Yes, that is the one reference to season 1 of this episode that I actually think works.
I think it works very well.
Yeah, because
it's basically good that the intent is very, very true.
Well, it's very much it's the, like, yes, this is the Tyrion, the real Tyrion Lannister, because only you and I would know that.
Exactly. is very good as a callback, and also showing the intent that it is very serious, and he is being, we want to have this meeting.
There was one other scene in Dragonstone, though, and I actually thought this was quite nice for the most part, and that was Grey Worm and Missandei finally embracing. It did go on a bit long, though, didn't it?
It was a very long scene.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a small part of the show that I think they've done it very fine. It's a very fine aspect of the show. They're not really characters I very much care about, but it's I don't think the story has been awful.
The biggest issue with them is in season 6 they're stuck in rooms with Tyrion telling bad jokes.
I mean, this has been building since long before season.
What they
3.
do with them in season 4 is really good, though. That was cool. I liked that.
Yeah.
And then like season 5, where it's like, I was wounded in battle and Barristan did not survive. I fear I lose Missandei of North. But I thought Jacob Anderson did a great job in this scene portraying Grey Worm's
I thought he
fear.
did a very good job.
Yeah. I think also as a moment for him being like, she loves him even though they can't have children, I think that's a real sign of how they feel about each other. Unfortunately, it doesn't really mean anything in terms of the grand scheme of the importance of the story, though, so sadly, the one thing they got right is not that important. But I remember that after this episode aired, it was memed online a lot, this scene.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because it's like, oh my god, the Unsullied finally had sex.
Oh my god.
I think people were saying like, oh my god, scissoring sex scene.
That's crazy.
guys, he's not trans. Let's get this out of the way. He's not trans. Oh dear. Anyway, let's go to King's Landing. Cersei rallies the Reach men around her. There's an interesting conversation that Jaime has with Randall Tarly about his allegiance, because Randall Tarly is sworn to Olenna Tyrell, but Jaime is now against Olenna Tyrell.
Mm-hmm.
And Jaime is basically saying, you're going to have to choose sides. And he tempts him with racism, basically saying like, oh, she's
tempts him with racism and higher powers.
Yeah, she's like, oh, you're the person you're sworn to has let dirty Dothraki over the borders.
They say here that he's let Dothrakis over into our Westeros.
Yeah,
very bad people.
What he's basically done is he's basically kind of done the whole thing with like the wildlings at the wall.
We must root them out. All of the dirty Dothrakis. They're plague on Westeros.
It's because like Alistair Thorne hates the wildlings. It's the same thing with like Randall Tarly and the Dothraki and the wildlings.
Mm-hmm.
It's just racism. But yeah, I thought it was fascinating how he's very like, I do not deceive or lie. I very much stick by my word. And Jaime is basically forcing him to choose a side.
We were then also introduced to Jeff.
Well, we actually technically were introduced to Dickon Tarly in season 6, but it was played by a different actor.
Oh, okay.
At the dinner table.
Oh, yes, it was a different person. It was.
Yeah, but they recast him as Jeff from Doctor Who.
Yeah. He's also in the Umbrella Academy, as far as I'm aware.
And Jamie's like, oh, is that Rickon Tarly? Dickon Tarly.
Dick jokes because it's Richard. And short for Richard is Dick.
Yeah, so Glidus, he calls them, because it's Randall Tarly and Dickon Tarly. He calls them Randy and Penis. And also another funny one is Davos Seaworth, because basically after season 5 he loses his character, as we've noticed. By that point he starts calling him Dave.
Dave. It's just Dave.
So like he's like, oh yeah, John and Dave are going for a walk.
No.
Speaking of, Dave did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Dave just
he
read out like a line in reference to the letter, and then he didn't say anything in the meeting near the end of the episode. He really is just there. He said that Tyrion is quite a charmer.
So I actually think before this episode, let's go from the first episode of season 3, which is when Robb and Talisa save him at Harrenhal, all the way up until before this episode. I think Qyburn's been a very consistent character. He's actually been pretty well done. But I think this episode, he actually was quite bad for 2 reasons. Number one, you have his little Trump speech where he's like, oh, we are working on a plan, which is very unconvincing to an army that you need to be on your side. It's very vital. So you probably should say that with a bit more confidence. The other thing he does is he destroys a priceless artifact for no reason. Well, he doesn't fully, disintegrate it, but he shoots an arrow at the Balerian's head, which, again, you could have done that without doing it to an actual artifact. I think the carelessness he has towards something that is very valuable is just very strange. But having said that, this is the episode when he reveals the ballista crossbow, which is a very powerful weapon. It's supposed to be a dragon killer. So, I mean, to be fair, he showed us that it works. So why would he say, "Oh, we're working on a strategy"? Why wouldn't he say, "We have found something"? Because he very clearly is confident in what he's built. So I don't know. I thought Qyburn was strange. So yeah, I didn't mention this last time. It is a bit weird that Archmaester Ebros is not wearing a chain. I do wonder if Jim Broadbent asked not to wear it. I don't know why. But, the maces are supposed to wear their chains. Like, we saw Walken wearing one in this episode at Winterfell. We saw Pycelle wearing it unless he was sleeping. Same with Maester Lewin, same with Maester Crescent. Like, he is supposed to be wearing a chain. But, if you look up past that, I think Ebros is a fine character, and I think Jim Broadbent's a great actor. But the main focus of Old Town was Jorah Mormont's grayscale, and the fact that Samwell Tarly found out that he's the son of his Lord Commander who passed away. And now Sam is going to try and attempt to cure his grayscale, which is quite a big feat, given that, as they explained, when Shireen was saved by Crescent, she was just a baby. Jorah Mormont is a grown man, and the grayscale is spread over his entire torso, basically.
I don't know. It just this part of the story just is sort of like it's a meeting of 2 characters that I feel like it's interesting enough, but it's not that interesting. And I think this
almost like Samwell is just like a magic tool to save Jorah Mormont from death.
It feels a little bit like it. If like I get why he's doing it, and then there's character involved with the fact he's doing it in secret. The fact that his father died.
I think it's in character for him to attempt to do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Whether or not he can pull it off, that's kind of iffy.
It
because
would be
it's
quite a miracle to be able to do it if he does do it.
Yeah, because he's a very underqualified maester.
Oh yeah, the transition from all of going through all the fucking exposed skin to the opening of a pie was exactly what I thought they'd do, and they did it.
Yeah, it was, to be honest, it was great, but it was disgusting.
It was fucking so gross, but brilliant.
Arya was strange. She had that weird scene with
This is the
Hotpie.
weirdest she's acted in a while, and that includes Bravos.
This to me felt like she completely has ignored her Bravos arc. This felt very odd.
It feels a little bit like that. Like, she talks in the pie scene, very strangely. She's been in the North for the entire show and has grown up like that, but when she clearly hasn't. She spent a significant part of her life in Bravos, really, and you'd think she would talk like those kind of people.
As I said, they're trying to get her to act like the Hound, really. That's what they're trying to do.
But they haven't done that. They didn't even do that last episode.
Although they didn't. The thing that they're missing is they haven't had her swear.
Also, she was eating the pie very strangely. It was really annoying me.
Yeah.
Like, she was, like, eating the inside of the pastry rather than the pastry itself as well, which was what I would do, and that was really annoying me. She was eating it like it was chicken on a bone.
One thing I will say, it's a nice detail, is that despite the fact that the world is going to absolute shit around them, Hot Pie is still the same. He's still just completely the same guy, just making pies.
Well, his pies are even better. Those pies are fucking massive.
But he doesn't really care what's going on outside of that inn. He just wants to make pies forever. And I do think that's quite a nice thing, that he's not worried about all the wars. He's just there, enjoying his life. But again, it is very much a reference, isn't it? It's a reference to the past, having a revisit Hot Pie. And just, you know, they don't really ever... I mean, I guess the only payoff they do is she's like, yes, the big woman did find me, but she doesn't explain what happened. Doesn't explain all the crazy shit she's done. She just kind of hides it from him. And then Hot Pie's like, oh, you're pretty. You're pretty, girl.
I can't believe it. I used to think you were a boy. You're pretty.
And then Arya meets her direwolf Nymeria after like 7 seasons.
In isolation, I actually think this scene is quite powerful. I think as a scene, this is like a really significant scene for her character. The issue is the brothers arc feels like it's conflicting with what this scene is trying to do, because the end of that arc is that, no, I am Arya Stark. But it kind of... I don't feel like this is a scene where you have like her be like, oh fuck, I've changed a lot. I've done a lot of really bad things.
The scene would work so much better if she actually was a faceless man now. Because now...
The
point would be that Nymeria can no longer recognize her because Arya Stark is dead and she's now someone else. She's no one. That would work, but that's not what Season 6 told us.
There's a part of the scene that... I feel like there is a scene here that really works.
I think we can blame Season 6, Episode 8 for this, mostly.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That leaves us with Winterfell.
Yeah, well, we talked a bit about Winterfell before with Letta. We then had
need allies.
The timing of that was really funny. We had the letter from Dragonstone, obviously, but then we had a message from Samwell.
Yeah, so this was weird because, and why is this weird? I explained it in the reaction.
Well, because Stan has already told Sam this.
Yes, and Sam saw John between that time and the time he left.
Yeah, quite a few times, actually.
You know, it's probably important to tell him.
Yeah, I'd say so, probably. And yeah, as we said many times that he says that they need allies a lot, and then said, and also we need more allies.
Yep, it was so funny.
We need dragonglass. We also need more allies.
We need allies.
He's been saying that for like 5 episodes now.
He says it like 2 or 3 times in this episode. We need allies.
He says it every episode now.
Oh yeah, and once again, Sansa has an argument with Jon in front of everyone.
To be fair, this one, it's less egregious because everyone's already bickering at him, so it's a lot less egregious.
Yes, it is. This one makes a bit more sense, but it's still... The entire conversation is very dumbed down. Like the whole thing of Lyanna Mormont...
abandoning... I feel like the note that he's abandoning them is a bit silly. Maybe that's just me. I don't...
Well, again, it is, but the way you remedy this is you have it be... She's only saying that because she's a child, and someone else points out to her. You know, there needed to be some more people in this room that agree with Jon. That's what I think needed to happen.
Yeah, it feels very one-sided.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Would it be helpful if Davos Seaworth had something to say? Wouldn't that be helpful?
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna win this fight if we don't have weapons. We don't have dragonglass. I was there with Stannis. How would he not have something to say? He was literally on Dragonstone for seasons, for like 3 seasons. He was on Dragonstone.
3 seasons, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Littlefinger standing in the corner, making a little wry
And I feel
smile.
like referencing what Rob did isn't really the same as this situation. Because Rob went and fell in love with someone else. This is him trying to gain allies so they can win a war. I don't really think it's the same thing. So it's weird to bring that up.
Well, the only reason that actually coincidentally does work is because of what happens with Jon and Dany later. But they don't know that yet, do they?
But they don't know. That's not really anything that's been referenced at all as a potential. This is about, this is a Targaryen and a Lannister.
If they're going to try and compare it to the Robb thing, they should at least say something like Daenerys is known to trick men with her beauty.
Yeah,
they should at least mention that.
That feels like something you would say, yeah. But they didn't. They referenced the fact that it was a Targaryen and a Lannister. That was the crux of the argument.
Yeah.
Rather than, she's quite pretty, she might trick you into fucking her. Which he actually does next season.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this scene, there's a lot of glaring hiccups with this scene. Again, like you said, Seaworth not saying anything is very just strange. He has literally nothing to say at all.
Also, the scene with Jon and Littlefinger in the crypt. Littlefinger is an
that
idiot.
Was silly.
Littlefinger is an idiot. He's so dumb.
I'm going to continue to antagonize you, Jon Snow.
I haven't spoken to you, Jon Snow. I wanted to remedy that.
I will say, though, as same as a lot of these other transitional cuts, the cut from that scene to the statue of Ned was very, very good.
Yeah,
This is a very great cut.
The episode had a lot of great transitions. It was very, it felt like something out of season 2 or 3, because those seasons had a lot of great transitions as well.
As you know, Jon, your father loved your mother, your stepmother. And so did I.
Oh yeah, the part where the part where he says I love Sansa the same way I love Catelyn was very dumb. He shouldn't have admitted that to Jon.
Stop talking about his family when he clearly doesn't like you.
Yeah, and also to mention Catelyn in front of Jon is really risky.
Yeah, as much as they had a very big disdain, I imagine Jon really cared that she died and is very sad about it.
Well, unfortunately, in season 4, they never talked about it, but that's
Especially
sad.
when he learns what he learns later, which I imagine will be quite soon. I imagine that's going to be quite significant as an information piece.
Well, Bran is at the wall, so, we're getting pretty close. Yeah. Yeah, so now Jon and Dave are going to Dragonstone, and Sansa is ruling Winterfell in his stead. Sansa, who has a very, very big conflict of interest to Jon that she's just established in the previous episode. Also, I find it funny how Jon's like, if you talk to her, I'll kill you myself, but he's just about to leave and leave her with him. Doesn't have anyone throw Littlefinger out. Littlefinger doesn't choose to leave either. What the fuck? Everything to do with Littlefinger is just so contrived. It's ridiculous. Why is he still here? There's so many warning signs, so many obvious reasons why he should get the fuck out. Because I want to be on the Iron Throne with you by my side. There's a scene in season 4 after he helps kill Joffrey with Olenna, where he talks to Sansa and he says, a man without a motive is the least suspicious. But the meaning of that scene is that Littlefinger does have a motive, but the point is that people don't think he has a motive. He makes his motive hidden. It's not obvious. But the problem I have with it is I feel like since season 5, they actually make it seem like he doesn't have any motive at all. They've taken it literally. That he's just doing things randomly. Because I don't know what the fuck his motive is now. Apart from the fact he wants to be on the Iron Throne, I don't know how he's planning to get there by sticking around in Winterfell with a bunch of people who either want to have him arrested or hacked off his head. So yeah, this was written by Brian Cogman. You could tell this had some of his character dialogue traits. However, I do think this is one of his weakest episodes. I think this has a lot of problems. Whether or not it's worse than, season 5, episode 6, though, I'm not sure about that. I feel like they're pretty close. Because Unbowed and Bent Unbroken has some pretty unforgivable scenes that are, like, really extreme. Particularly the Ramsay Sansa wedding rape and the Jaime Dawn whip fight. And all sorts of things like that. But yeah, no, this was certainly in that ballpark for me. In terms of direction by Mark Mylod, though, I think it was a good-looking episode. The problem I have with it is the editing of the fight scene, really. But for the most part, I thought the presentation was pretty solid. Although I will say, I do think the King's Landing Red Keep scene looked a bit off at points. The framing was just not quite up to scratch. Is it me, or do we not get as many, sweeping shots as we used to? Like, there's a lot of very still cameras.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
The lighting in the Dragonstone scenes, like, not at night, but during the day, with the council and that scene where she's sitting with Olenna, the lighting on the faces is very nice. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. I agree, yeah.
And I'd say the Old Town scenes always look pretty good. In the library.
In the library.
I will say the way that they delivered that funny line of, like, there was Archmaester Pylos cured someone with grayscale, and you know how he died? Grayscale.
From grayscale. I called that, and it was very good.
Although it is very hard to not hear Slughorn in his voice, though, isn't it? Felix Felicis Harry. What do you mean, Tormental Horcruxes? What is this kind of dark magic? You want to split your body into 7 pieces? Of course, this is all for science and research, isn't it? Music by Raymond Javadi.
The music, as always, is pretty good. But it wasn't noteworthy, I'd say, in this episode.
No, it wasn't as standout as last episode.
I was too distracted by the poor editing in the final scene.
Yeah. What did you think about how they spelled out the episode title themes at the very start of the episode, where it's like, they've been like, you are Stormborn on Dragonstone, and there's an actual storm outside.
Oh, it's very subtle, isn't it?
Also, some of the dialogue was quite flat in places as well, but I feel like that's kind of just normal at this point in the show.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Season 6 was like this as well.
Yeah.
Alright, our first track is called I Am the Storm. Yeah, that played during the battle at the end.
Yeah. I imagine so, yeah.
I mean, it's great music, isn't it? It's just a
it's really
shit scene. They got across the battle, the thumping of the drums, the Greyjoy theme, and the ending with Reek deserting. Making lemonade out of lemons here.
Squeezing all those lemons.
Yeah. So, great stuff from Raymond, but just... I think when you have writing like this, it sometimes will make the songs less memorable because he doesn't have as much to work with.
Yeah. It's not an aspect where the song is trying so hard to make the scene meaningful when it isn't. That happens a lot.
It's just sort of underscoring what it is.
You know what scene that would remind me of? The ending of season 1 of Doctor Who. The final scene.
Yeah.
You've made my life better.
Well, I mean, an example of like a great song from a terrible episode is A Duty of Care from Hellbent. It's a great
that's another one,
Murray Gold
That's
track
another one,
that I love to listen to by itself, but in the episode itself, it's just...
But I have a duty of care.
Oh. Yeah. The second track is called Ironborn. I was curious to see which side this would be on, but I believe this is the babyface Greyjoy. I still think the best version of that theme is "Pay the Iron Price" from season 2. You know, when he beheads Roderick. That version is very powerful. And then in season 3, you get "I Paid the Iron Price," which is the Reek version. So, the last episode, the first episode of season 7, broke the record by getting 10.11 million for the Ed Sheeran episode. Season 7, episode 2 gets 9.27 million.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still higher than the season 6 finale, but it's lower than the debut episode.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So a bit of a dip after Ed Sheeran.
It is a dip, but it's still over 9 million, so...
Yeah, still massive. Still the biggest TV show in the world at the time.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah. Give your conclusion and rating out of 10 for Stormborn.
Oh, God. Was this better than last week? I actually don't fucking know. I don't know which one's better, because both are just really awful in a lot of ways. I think this is probably actually worse because it doesn't have a standout scene like, the stuff with, the Hound. You know, all that stuff was really great. This episode doesn't really have that, and I gave that a 4.5. So naturally, I think this is probably, for me, with how comedic that final scene was and how quite awful the dialogue was for the most part. I think for me, this is probably a 3 out of 10, I'd say. Yeah, 3 out of 10.
It's funny because Cogman usually has pretty good character dialogue, but the only scene that felt like a scene by him was...
Normally, yeah. This one, not so much.
The only scene that actually felt like something he would write was Missandei and Grey Worm's scene. But yeah, no, this was shite. I think the first episode has worse world-building ramifications, but in terms of actual meaty writing within an episode, this was a shambolic. Obviously, it's not, catastrophic. It doesn't break space and time. It doesn't have, insane implications like The Children or Battle of the Bastards, for example. But as just a regular episode, there's just a lot wrong with it. My opinion is that I feel pretty much exactly the same about this as I did about the first one. So I'm also going to give this a 3.5 out of 10. Yeah, not a good start for season 7.
No, not really.
No,
it's quite a poor start.
Well, next time we have episode 3, which is called The Queen's Justice.
A Queen's Justice.
Now we have quite a few queens in the show at the moment.
Yes, Queen.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts going into The Queen's Justice?
Maybe the season will get better, I don't know, hopefully, but it probably won't. The Queen's Justice is either going to be in reference to Cersei or Daenerys. If I was to hazard a guess, it would probably be Cersei, because last episode was quite a Daenerys episode. So I imagine episode 3 will be Cersei related.
I will give you a clue. It's related to 3 women.
Oh.
You've already named 2 of them. But there's a third who...
Right.
And
the Dawn Queen, obviously.
Okay. That does not exist.
Yeah.
But there is a third character, and I have opinions about the next episode, I'll just say that.
Alrighty.
There's a lot of things to say about the Queen's Justice for me. But I won't speak no more. We'll see you all next time. Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 3, Queen's Justice. I bid you adieu, a good night, and a goodbye. A bang.